many people would suggest there is a DNA in the average Josephite, and there's certainly someone like you connects multiple generations. But as someone who saw young Josephites growing up from age 8 or 9 to 15, what is the typical Josephite you've seen, and has that changed over the years?
They are wild rogues initially, but when we channelize their strengths, when we channelize their energies, and when we spot that whatever little they have, and we are able to pick up that and say, hey, or you may not be good in sports, you are good in studies, or you may not be good in studies, you may be good in sports. You're not good in hockey, doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world, there's something else that you're good at. So if I think I felt what was this, to give that confidence into the child that he has got something special. He's got some abilities where he needs to search and find out and then follow his dreams and passions. It took a long time for me to understand. Initial years of Joseph, I was really tested, but once I was accepted by the boys, I found it was lovely. And I tell the present generation of teachers who join Joseph is first and foremost is that you need to be accepted by the students no matter what your qualifications are, but you need to be accepted and they should feel that you are part of your family member. Then your life at Joseph becomes very meaningful.
If you were to look back now, you're coming up to 32 years of work at Joseph's. I'm sure there have been multiple frustrations, ups, downs. But if you were to do your own scorecard, what are the things you'd look back on as the big successes, the disappointments, and overall more successes than failures, more happiness than disappointment? How would you look back on these years?
I think the life lessons is that everything is not rosy, everything does not come easy, and everything does not happen as you wish. There are a lot of things that we need to take it in our stride. And the best part of Joseph was I would look at more on those losses that we went through than the victories. Because in losses, we were able to reflect ourselves and we were able to overcome those difficulties and convert the losses as victories. As same way in the philosophy of life I felt is that if we are able to guide this child through ups and downs, through glories and the defeats, and if he is able to balance himself and go forward, that there is a scope for another bright future tomorrow, I think that would be my happiest day. Also, when things were not going your way, you pushed yourself, challenged it, and made it to happen.
And if you were to have this a larger message for all the Josephites you've trained, there's I'd say now 2 3 generations even probably the sons of people you've trained in the first round.
Excellence. Excel in whatever you do. Joseph, we always aim at gold. We are never satisfied with silver and bronze. So I would always say continue with whatever you excel. It may be zero, you are zero, but get that one mark. That one mark makes a hell of a difference. So therefore, excellence in whatever you do would be the hallmark in your career, in your life, in your profession. And for generations of Josephites who are going to come after this, is that you are blessed to be in a great institution which provides a holistic, complete nature of education which makes you, transforms you into a human being to reach out to people who are less fortunate in the world outside. So therefore, St. Joseph's through sports has made a great impact on my life, and through me I have been able to change or make some difference, a small difference in many of the students' life who have left the sports many years ago. But for me, the last few months have been very nostalgic, very emotional, and I've been able to connect a lot of my students whom I had not been in touch for last 25 years through the Facebook, through the messengers. But I've been so happy, so proud that each one of them have been doing excellent in their own field of line of their profession, with their families, with their kids, and it's been a very happy, joyful, and I think in my family, I'm the only teacher who has ventured out. Rest all of it in the business line. So, at one point of time, says, "Hey, you're PT master," and now I say, at the end of the 30 years, I'm the greatest PT master. Humbly, honestly, and truthfully, not for anything else, but to see the change, to make the child smile and be happy in what he has done. I think that's been the, uh, I would not say my contribution, my association, my connect with my students. And I think more than students benefiting, I think I have benefited. I become more humble. I think in sense of gratitude for God, I haven't given me this opportunity to be in a wonderful place. For Ganesh for bringing me here, Father Dennis Coelho, who was my mentor, I think who polished me. I was just like a hot blood youngster. He made me cool. He says, "No, this is not the ways you handle the students. There are different ways." So Father Michael John for supporting and continuing the tradition of sports legacy, cricket, hockey, football, swimming, and to see so many of our boys doing so well. Rehan Punch, Astik Bishwas, Hakimuddin, Rahul, Sandeep, Nandan Kamath. It's been Anil and Sandeep Somesh. I don't know how many of these schools in Bangalore will be able to produce that number of stars. I think more than that. I always felt that we have thousands of Rahul Dravids in our school, each one in their own rights, in each one of their own field. So well molded, well disciplined, and who have made a mark in their life. I think to all of them, a big thank you for being so much of association with us, with me particularly. And Nandan getting that archives of all the photographs, and I just saw some of the names. I just recollected, and then I found some of them who were not so good in studies but excellent on the field. Have been tremendous reflection of all these 30 years I've gone through, and I've been very happy. I don't know, the words just don't come out, but it's been very emotional, very is heart touching. I don't know. I don't know anyone has ever experienced this amount of love and affection. I could have not asked anything more than this. Totally. I'm sorry, I just broke down, but it was tears of my gratitude, my deep appreciation, your prayers. There are a lot of times when there were opportunities for me to leave the school and look elsewhere, but somehow I think deep down God had different plans for me to stay, and I continued. And now I can say there were a lot of opportunities even during that sesquicentenary. Um, I had to. There was an offer by an international school, and I thought of switching over, but it just happened during the sports period. Then I said, it would not be right for me to leave this place at this point of time, and being in the 150th year of celebrations, and when a lot of activities would be held, and for me to leave at this point of time would not be the appropriate. And having spent so much of time, I said, let me go through this sports day and make it the best sports day that I ever done it. And then I continued the sports day. Then I said, no, I think I need to continue no matter what. The other side of the fence is greener, better. But I said, I need to be here at Joseph's, and I need to continue. Let's see for some more years. And then I just gave up that thought. So I think I did a very wise and happy thought that I didn't leave Joseph at the point of time. So this is one which I never ever said to anyone about this, but today I think I need to say it because it's that commitment, it's that value that was driven down to me in all my life is that your commitment, your dedication, your discipline. At the end of the day, you should be able to face your Almighty and say, I have done a good job, bless me.
You may not have expressed it in words, but I think all your actions have spoken for themselves. Just as a closing thought, if any of your old students, whether who's played in a hockey team or football team or cricket team or just any student would like to get back in touch with you, what are the ways they can do that?
Thanks to my daughter, she has provided me with an Android phone, so I am on the at least available on my Facebook, Messenger, Hangout. My Gmail is shivaprakash.h@gmail.com. So you could freely. I would like to be in touch with all my past students who I had never had a contact to be in touch. Maybe I could exchange and know their present life and their families and their children's.
Wonderful, sir. Thank you so much for making time for this and really giving all of us an opportunity to hear from you in words all that we know from you in actions.
Thank you, Nandan. God bless each one of you with good health and happiness. It's been a long journey, but definitely one of the most beautiful parts of my life was to spend not in quantity of years, but the quality of years at Joseph's. It's been a remarkable journey, and I thank God. I thank all my principals, my senior teachers who were at Joseph's, Mr. Andade, Mr. Chatterjee, Mr. Xavier, Mr. Moses, Mrs. Shetty, Mrs. Andade, Mrs. Lancy Lobo, Mrs. Jagan. So many of the teachers, when we came in, groomed us, shaped us, and made us feel proud of Joseph's. And I think, and all my students who have been part of this journey, thank you. God bless, and meet sometime later.
Yes, thank you, sir.